I'm going to read Brave New World. I read chapter 1. It's time to read chapter 2. In chapter 1, students got a field trip at the factory where the man was developed. The story is very unique. There are 4 characters, and alpha, beta, something like that, omega. Yeah, I'll read it. Chapter 2. Mr. Porter was left in the canteen. This and his students stood into the nearest light, leaped, and was carried up to the 5th floor. Infant nurseries. Nearest the Pavlovians, the conditions rooms round the notice board. The director opened the doors. They were in a large room, very bright and sunny. The whole of the southern wall was a single window, half of a dozen nurseries, powders, and jacketed in the regulation white because linen uniforms. Their hair athletically hidden under white cap, were engaged in setting out balls of loads in a long row, and across the floors the big bowls packed tight with blossoms out and the petals white, brown, and silky smooth like the cheeks of innumerable little shown all the sharps in that bright light, not exclusively pink and Aryan, also luminously Chinese, also Mexican, also of palette, with too much blowing of the celestial trumpet, was a peerless death, filled with the post-morphs avoidance of the novel, and muscles different to attention at the age she came in. Now the book is said coldly, in silence, no always command between the lords of all. In the bookstore duly without a roar, nurseries, the quarters, the opened, inviting stage as some severely covered the image of the witch and the fish or bird, narrowing the children's. They hurried out of the room, returning a minute or two, each pushing a kind of the tall, dumped waiter's ladies on it's just for one at the shelf with its 8-month-old babies, all exactly like the Volkanovsky's group. It was evident, and since their case, was Delta dressing in khaki, with them on the floor, the infant were unloaded. Now, turn them so that they can see the flowers and book, and turn the babies at once. First silent, then they began to scores toward those clusters of sleek colors and those shapes so gay and brilliant on white pages. As they approached, the sun came out, the momentary eclipses behind a cloud. The lodges flamed up, headed off to very sudden passions from within. A new and profound significance suffused the shining pages of the books from the length of the covering waves came neither secure excitement, gurgles, and then twittering of pleasure. The director rubbed his hands in ecstasy. He said it might almost have been done on purpose. The suitcase choristers were already set their goal. Small hands reached out and suddenly touched the grasped and purfling and transfigured roads. Opening the illuminated pages of the books, the director waited until all were happily busy. Then, watch carefully, he said, then lifting his hand, and he gave the signal. The head nurse, who was standing by the switchboard at the other end of the room, pressed down a little lever. There was a violent explosion, sure, and the ever-sure silent shriek alarmed was the maddening sound. The children started to scream, and their face was soaked to the terror. "No!" the director shouted, for the noise was deafening. Now it proceeded aloud in the lesson, and what is the matter? Electric shock? He waved his hand again and then Harris notes in first and the second level. Screaming all the babies and suddenly changed in stones, and there was something desperate, almost insane about the sharp and spasmodic yells to which they announced in little utterance. Their little bodies twitched and stiffened, their limbs moved gently as if to the tongue of unseasoned wires. One can electrify that's the whole tree of flowers and bold and then brightness in explanation, but that enough in his ignorance to the nurse. Explosions is the best and stuffing singings, the street of the silent eyes down, function to tones into silence, and the swiftest and twitching bodies relaxed, and what had become the soul and the earth, and then opening front and then rocked the problems and out once more into his enormous hour of terror. Of them the flowers and the books again. The nurse obeys the at the push of the lows at the mirror side of the gallery's color, the midst of the pushy and cockadoo of Baba Black and Chirp. The impulsion shrank away in horror. The volume of their howling suddenly increased. Observe, said the director triumphantly. Observe! Books aloud noticed the forest and electric strips allowed unminded. These copies was compromisingly linked after 200 repetition of the same similar things would be read indissolubly. When man joined, nature is powerless to put asunder. They already grow up to read what the psychologists use to discover an instinctive hatred of books and flowers and facts and unalterably conditioned that I was to be saved from the book and botanist all their lives, and the director turned to his nurses. They come in again, still yelling, and then copy the babies was lowered onto their dumb waiters and then wheeled out, leaving behind them the smells of sour and milk and the most welcome silence. One of the students held up to his hand and though that he could see quite well why we couldn't have lower caste before wasting coming times over the books, and then there was always the risk of their reading something which might undesirably decondition one of their reflexes. Yet, yeah, well, he couldn't understand things about flowers, though I got this trouble making it psychologically impossible for their touch like flowers. Patient of DH, she explained, if the children's one makes a scream. Outside of Lodz, there was a ground of high economic policy. Not so very long ago, a century of thereabouts, gamma delta even epsilon has been conditioned to like flowers in particulars and all nature in general. The idea was to make them want to be going out into the countries at every available opportunity, as compared to them to consume the transport, and didn't them to consume transport, asked the student. Quite a lot, the DHC replied, but nothing else. From lodges and landscapes, he pointed out one given fact, and there was the pursuit a lot of nature keeps no factories to be it was decided to abolish the love of nature that emulate among a lower class to abolish the love of nature not the tendency to consume transport, but for the cars, and it was essential that they should keep on going to the countries even though they hated. And the problem was to find an economically sound solutions for consuming transport and a mere affection for green roads and the landscape was really found. We conditioned the massive trade in the country. Conclude the directors, the Basam tenants would condition them to love all country sports. At the same time, we see to it that all country sports just maintain and use of deliberate apparatus so that they consume manufactured articles as well as transport. And those electric shocks. I should say a student that was silent, lost admiration. There was silence, then clearing his throat. Once upon a time, the dialect begins, and why thus the pole was used on earth, and there was a little boy called Leuven Levinovich. Leuven was the child of the Polish-speaking parent. And the dialect interrupted himself. You know what Polish is, I suppose? A dot language, like French and German. Eddie, another student actually showing up to his learning, and the parents questioned the DHC. There was an uneasy silence, and several boys blushed. They had not yet learned through significant but often very fine distinction between smart and pure science, and one allowed to have the courage to raise his hand. Human beings used to be, and he asked a little blurred hello to his cheeks. Well, they used to be by very porous. Quite right. The director nodded approvingly. When the babies were decanted, boom, and it came to this collection. Well, then they were the parents, I mean, that are not babies, and of course, and the other ones. The poor boy was overrun with the confusion and grieved. The director summed up. The parents were the father and the mother, the small, that was the science to follow those questions. The boy's eye avoiding silence. The mother, he repeated loudly, loving, in the science and leaning back in the chair. These, he said the gravist, are unpleasant facts. I know it. But then, most historical facts are unpleasant. He listened to the little Leuven in whose room one evening the rest observed his father and mother. Crash, happened to leave. The radio turned on. For you must remember that in those days of growth and divorce and reproduction, children were always brought up by the branch and not in state conditioning centers. While the child was asleep, the broadcast program from London suddenly started to come through, and the next morning, to the astonishment of his crashes in the moon during the voice venture, green. I don't know, so little Leuven Ocador begins the world for world, along shadowed by the curious soul and lighters. Well, we're very curious to whose works have been permitted to come down to us. George Bernard Shaw, who was speaking according to well-authenticated tradition about his own genius. Leuven's drink and snigger. This latter was, of course, perfectly incomprehensible, and imagining that their child had suddenly gone mad. They said, the product, he fortunately understood English, recognized the discourse. I did read short and had broadcasted the previous evening, so realized that the team thought what had happened and sent a letter to the medical press about it. The preserved sleep teaching is a hyphen failure and had been discovered that DH made an impressive pose. The principle had been discovered but many years was elapsed before that the principle was usefully supplied. The case of little events occurred only 23 years after start the first, but the modernist was put on the market. The director made a sign of the T on the stomach and all the strengths of the laboratories to follow suit. And yet, especially the strength scribbled in hypnopedia, plus the use of Sherry and A214, so one have people's reasons. I think the earliest experiment and the DH was saying stores on the long track. They thought that hypnopedia could be made as an instrument of intellectual education. As mobile sleep on the right side, the right arms and struck out, the right hand is hanging over the edge of the bed. Through around is cracking inside of the box and voice and speaks softly. The Nile is the longest rivers in Africa, the second length of all rivers of the globe. All those pools are length of Missouri, the Nile is the head of the rivers as regard as the length of this basin, which tends through 35 degrees of latitude. At breakfast the next morning, someone said, "Do you know which is the longest river in Africa?" A shaking of the head, but don't you remember something that begins in the Nile is the north, it's the longest river in Africa and the second in length all over the globe. The words come rushing out, all those full short, and now, what's the longest river in Africa? The eyes of the blank, I don't know, and the Nile, to tell me. The Nile is the longest river in Africa, and second, which river is the longest time? Time bursts into tears, I don't know, hours. The hours, and the director made it plain, discovered the earliest investigator experiments, rather than not further attempt was made to teach children strength of the Nile in their sleep. Quite as much as you can't learn science unless you know what it's all about. Whereas, if they down instead to on more education, The directors leading the way toward the door. The students followed him. As for the scribings as they walked and all the way up in the lift, moral education, which often never seen any circumstance to be written. Silence, silence. The poor loudspeaker, and they stretched out at the 14th floor, and the silence, silence. The trumpet's mouth indefatigably in at introverts down every corridor. The truancy in even in the direct himself to lose automatic rates the tips of the electors. They were outcast, of course, but even outcasts have in one condition, silence, silenced. All the air of the 14th floor was several letters that had a low recurring party. 50 yards of the tiptoeing brought them to a door, which the directly cautiously opened. They stepped over the threshold into the twilight of shuttered dormitory, and the couches stood low against the wall, and then there was the sound of light, regular breathing, and its continuous murmurs. Although the very faint voice, the dormitory satisfying, and those as they later came to attention to before the director. What's listen this afternoon? He asked. You see, we have a language for the first 40 minutes. She answered. When I switched off the elementary class consciousness, the director walked slowly down the long line of cots. More than relaxed with sleep, and heard little boys and girls and less separately spreading over the whispers under the side of pillows. Yet is hopefully and bending over the one of the bed. It listened attentively, allowing to class and shows with detail. Let's have it speaks a little louder by the trumpet. And the rooms are loudspeakers projects from the wall, and the director walked up to it and then pressed a switch. All were green, said us about very distinct voice, the beginning in the middle of the sentence. That children's was a khaki. And I don't want to play with that children. And epsilons are still words. They are too sweet to be able to read and write. Besides, there is the word black, and which is such as the BC color. I'm so great, I'm better. There were folded, and then the voice began again, and for children to wear gray, and they were much harder than we do, and because they are so practically clever, I'm really awfully glad I'm better, because I don't work so hard, and then we are much better than the gamma and delta. The gamma are speed, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Gamma speed, they all were green, and delta children were khaki. Oh no, I don't want to play with delta children. And epsilon are still worse, and they are too speed to be able. The director pushed back the switches, the voice was silent. Only thin ghosts continued to mutter from the beneath the pillars. Others have that to repeat this 40 or 50 times in order before they wait. And then again on Saturday, and then again on Saturdays, and 100 or 20 times and 3 times in the week for 30 months, at which they go on to more advanced lessons. Those are lucky shock and the khaki of their charts and the queen pose are so hidden and ordered indissolubly before the child can speak. While this conditioning is crude, and then horses can bring home that the final distinction can calculate more complex causes of behavior, for that must be words, and then but words without reason into frequent happen of failure. Greatest moralizing and socializing is first all time. Stress took it down, and there's little books straight from the horse's mouth. Once more the director touched the switch. So frightfully clever, the soft, insinuating, and the 40-year-old voice was saying, "You're awful that I am the better because not so much like the crops and the drops of water than though and the water it is true can really hold in the hardest granite. Not a drop of liquid searing wax drops the adheres in crushed. Incorporate themselves with that therefore until finally the rocks all one scarlet drops. Till allows the child mind these suggestions and sums Observations is the child's mind, and it's not child's mind is only the adult mind too. So it's lifelong the mind and enjoys and desires and describe matter of these suggestions. But all these suggestions are suggestions the directors almost childhood and its driver shifts from the state and he began to notice the tables it therefore follows. Now you made him turn around. Therefore, he said in other tones, Taiwan and welcome the children. I finished reading chapter 2. And there's 4 characters, and alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Alpha is the smallest group class, and beta is the second class, and then gamma is wearing green, and then delta is not clever. They're wearing a special uniforms.